This is the 2021 BrewTubers Online Brewers Club Yeast Experiment number 2, Saison. Thank you to our sponsors, Imperial Yeast, 5 Star Chemicals, Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store, Brewing America, all stainless steel mash paddle sponsors. Also Hopsteiner and Yakima Chief Hops. Get brewing.
Hello everyone, Nate here with Under the Table Brewing, and I'm back again for a 2021 BrewTubers Online Brewers Club Yeast Experiment. This time we're doing the Saisons, and I have got the one from Tap Out Brewing. That's Gary, main brew guy Gary, and this is his Saison. So he used WLP 590, which is a French Saison strain. So he's calling this French Saison. And starting gravity was 1066 and final was 1009. 7.6% and 33 IBUs. So he used his electric brewery, I think, to make this one. Let's see. Yep. And he did a 150 degree mash. 1058 was his, I'm sorry, 1066 was the starting gravity, like I mentioned. He fermented at 75, so a little on the higher end. Similar to what, let's see, Nikhil did 75. I did 72. So there's that. Yeah, his final gravity was 10,009, like I said, and what was I going to look for? Oh, pH, 5.3 on the pH. He brewed this back in, wow, he brewed this back in April. So I think this is, yeah, this is the oldest, almost the oldest of all of them. I drank the oldest first. That was Mike from Bitter Reality, and his was brewed back in March. Wow, that's something. So let's get this in cracked and into my glass. So it's still carbonated. That's good. We got a can here, so we'll see how it fared over time. Looks good, color-wise. Doesn't look oxidized or anything, and it is a gorgeous color, quite similar to the color of Dennis's. I think it's close on clarity, but not quite as brilliant as Dennis's entry. So there's that. I would say he's got a stronger carbonation level on this, which is great. Head looks good. Kind of sticking around for a little while. I'm sure it's going to drop off. Saisons have a tendency to do that. And yeah, it's good looking beer. Really nice looking beer. A little bit of chill haze, maybe, just a little. So I've got the White Labs website pulled up here. We can look at that. It says, one of the most popular Saison strains. It's great for farmhouse style beers because it produces flavors and aromas of pear, apple, and cracked pepper. It's a high attenuator, and it'll produce a very dry and drinkable finished beer. Attenuation is starts at 78% and goes up to 85 is what they're saying. Medium flocculation. Alcohol tolerance, it says only up to about 10%. A lot of Saison strains will go pretty high on ABV, so yeah, it is what it is. And it is STA1 positive, so that's your phenolic creating compounds there, right? As far as I know, that's what I understand. I'm no chemist. Just a guy who likes to brew beer in my garage. All right, so great looking beer. Let's get an aroma. Wow, so that is a totally different aroma than I just did Dennis's beer, and the aroma on this is completely different. I think that's the most varying aromas out of all of these I've done so far. So this thing has, it's definitely got like a much bigger fruit component. I think that's that pear and apple. It's definitely like a pear kind of a, you know, it's more in that family than like peaches or apricot or guava or something, some other tropical thing. But it's very pleasant, and maybe a bit of that cracked pepper too, just in the aroma. And I'm not saying that just because of the what I just read in those descriptors. This is something that I try to like read something and I like drop it out and not let it influence if I do that. You know, I don't let the reading influence my perception. I try not to. I think that there's always this subconscious level of that, but I'm certainly kind of picking up those characteristics. That the pear is kind of the strong one, which is kind of cool. No real citrus or anything like that. Not picking up any strong hop characteristics. So I am picking up foam in the mustache. Okay, so let's see what else. I think that's it for aroma. There's really like no maltiness, no breadiness, none of that cracker kind of thing like I was getting on Dennis's. So I'm diving in. It smells awesome. Nice work, Gary, so far. So far. Wow. So that's cool. That's interesting. It does not follow the aroma like the Belle Saison does. This has got more. It's like almost like a more earthy character in the flavor. I'm not detecting anything like off, like brewing wise or bad fermentation or anything like that. It's extremely dry. So, what did I say? 1009 on that for final. 1009, I think is what I said. Which is not as dry as the last one, as the Belle Saison. That was 10008. But I don't know, perception wise, Gary's finish is a lot drier. And I'd say it's kind of like in line with mine. Mine finished, well, mine was a very low final gravity, 10004. But there was something about it where it kind of helped. It seemed like it finished higher than that. Like it has a bit more sweetness, a little more, less dry finish. This one, it just feels like dried to the bone, like licking a chalkboard dry. Not that I've ever licked a chalkboard. Or maybe I did. Maybe I have. I don't know. The world may never know. Well, flavor-wise, so it's got this earthy component, and what it brings to mind for me when I'm drinking it is like dark chocolate, like a really strong, high cacao, dark chocolate, like 70%, or better. And you know how if you've had dark chocolate, if you like dark chocolate, it seems to have like a really dry finish as well. And so I think there's some kind of a, compound there that is probably lending itself to those kind of those flavors, at least in my mind. I think there is something there. Like there's something tied, right? It's really good. That's awesome. It's so wild that the aroma is so much different than the flavor, because in a lot of beers you kind of get that overlap, that carry through. Very cool. I am picking up like bitterness too on this, and I think that's probably lending itself to that chocolate, or adding to that chocolate characteristic that I'm picking up. Also, I think there's some hops coming through on this, so maybe for some reason your system pulled in more hops than the other ones, and that's why I'm getting that. So, but with that, overall great beer. I'm really enjoying it. I am going to spend some more time with it. Maybe let it warm up a little bit. Take down some notes and enjoy it. Carbonation is great, so I was going to make a little comment there. Right on the money, where I like it. So good job, Gary. Catch you guys in the next review. Cheers.